Hi, everyone. My name is Stephanie Mitchell. I'm the CEO and founder of Stephanie Mitchell Media. I'm a graphic designer. And here today, I have with me Katie Stephenson. Katie is so excited to talk with us today. She's going to talk with us about her new business. Katie is a makeup artist. Her business name is Empowered Through Beauty. So, Katie, do you want to talk a little bit more about yourself?
Sure. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. So I am a certified makeup artist and I just launched my business on Friday and my new website. So I'm super excited about that. My website is empowered through, and through is THRU beauty.com. There you'll find a gallery of my past makeovers that I've done. When it comes to makeovers, I just love making people feel good about themselves and give them confidence through makeup. It's so much fun. I've done a lot of casual everyday looks. I've done prom makeovers. Sometimes people want to get a little glammed up for their anniversary, so I've done that before too. And glam up makeovers for people who are attending weddings. So I've done quite a lot of different types of makeovers. But one of the things that I do is monthly makeup classes. You're here in Huntsville at the Wine Cellar on the third Saturday of every month. Those classes require reservations ahead of time, but those are a lot of fun. So they're a lot of fun for people to come to, say, as a pair, like sisters wanting to do something fun together, or a mother-daughter. Yesterday, I had a grandmother, a daughter, and a granddaughter. And that was a lot of fun for those three generations of women to come together. It's a good thing to do with your friends. Also, I'm going to start offering bachelorette party classes. And a lot of people come by themselves and then make new friends. So it is a really good time. For the makeup classes, what I do is I actually offer 3 different makeup kits. They start at $60. You purchase a makeup kit and then you get the class for free. So I teach the 5 steps to the flawless face during this class. And I provide a swag bag with some goodies that you get to take home. And we're at the wine cellar, so you get to drink wine. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that sounds really neat. So, what got you interested in makeup and being a makeup artist and selling makeup?
Oh yeah, I guess I should mention I sell makeup too. So I'm a beauty influencer, a director with Pharmacy Cosmetics. It's a European company that just came to the US about 3 years ago. And I fell in love with their products. So during COVID, the COVID pandemic, when everybody was in quarantine and stuck at home, I actually tried a few of the products and fell in love. I first tried the mascara and then the liquid matte lipstick and then the VFX foundation. And the VFX foundation was the best foundation I'd ever used in my whole life. I don't have perfect skin. I'm 44 years old, and when I was a teenager, I had acne pretty bad along my jawline. And so I have acne scars and I have a lot of redness in my face. And the VFX foundation, it's full coverage, but it's lightweight. So it didn't even feel like I was wearing makeup, and that was impressive to me. But the fact that it covered all my imperfections was also very impressive to me, and it just boosted my confidence level. And it also has photo filtering technology in it, which is really cool. I had never heard of that before. So while everybody's using filters on social media to blur their skin and make themselves look better, you don't have to do that with this makeup because it's that good. It's photo filtering in a bottle, which is pretty amazing.
So how does that work, the photo filtering
So what
stuff?
it does is it actually blurs your skin. When you take a picture, it blurs your skin so that it gives you like an airbrush look, is what it does.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really amazing. But it was these products that actually pulled me out of a deep depression that I was in and helped me be social during a time when, nobody was seeing each other. Everybody was stuck at home in quarantine. So by selling the makeup, like I should back up and say that I was so impressed with the products and the way that they made me feel, that I signed up to sell it, and it helped me stay social during a time when everybody was locked, in lockdown, as some people say,
Yeah.
and I just,
Hmm.
the passion for the makeup part came after I decided to start selling it, when I started seeing how the products were making other people feel the same way that I felt. And it was such a rewarding feeling to kind of pass that on to other people. So I started doing makeovers for free, um, while I was doing my makeup certification course. And then I just started, after my course, just charging a little bit. And then my rates have gone up a little bit, as time's gone by, and the more experience that I'm getting. But yeah, it just was a passion that kind of developed. So I really wasn't expecting, because I've always worn makeup, but I would have never considered myself a makeup expert, or, anything like that. But since I joined the company, started using the products, became a makeup artist, it's just kind of come, for full circle. And actually just quit my full-time job so that I can focus on this full-time. So I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about your background, like what you were doing before doing this makeup thing full time.
How far back do you want me to
Oh,
go?
as far back as you want.
I know that you know me personally, and you know that I have a retail background from high school and right after graduation. I was in insurance, and then I went to school for radiology tech. So I did x-rays, and then I was working for a company that provided um, systems to radiologists. So I say we were a radiology tech company. So I was actually doing that when I started doing this on the side.
Yeah. So that you have that background in radiology and insurance and retail, like you were saying. So, um,
I can't
how
decide what I
did
want to be when I grow up. Just kidding.
well, it says you have quite a skill set and yeah, I really thank you for sharing about your struggle with your mental health during the pandemic. I think a lot of us were feeling that. I know that
Yeah.
I also have struggled with really severe depression at different times, so
Mhm.
that I can really relate to
Yeah.
um, that.
So my depression actually was before the pandemic, and I came out of it during the pandemic, which is a really weird time. But it was because, like I said, the feelings that I was feeling of feeling good about myself and gaining confidence and all of that that helped pulled me out of it. But actually, what started the depression was my ankylosing spondylitis. It's a rare form of arthritis that I've had since I was 28, I believe, so for 16 years. And I was able to function a pretty normal life for most of, well, I shouldn't say most of that time. I guess I should say for about 10 years. And
Yeah.
then um, about 7 years ago, it started flaring up. I used to be a long distance runner. I used to run half marathons. I used to be in the gym every day. I was very active and very fit. And when the ankylosing spondylitis flared up so bad that I had to stop running, and every time I would try to exercise, I would hurt myself. Um, that's when I really became depressed, because I felt like something I loved and something that brought me joy was being taken away from me, and I didn't know how to cope with that. Um, so that's really what happened.
Yeah.
And then once I got into the depression, it was really hard to get out of it. Um, but finding confidence and feeling good about myself through using some pharmacy makeup products, it sounds so vain, but it's more than makeup. It's about feeling confident and empowered. And when you feel good, when you feel like you look good, you feel better. You project yourself, differently. And
Yeah.
that's really, what happened. And then I just took it from there. And like I said, got my makeup artist certification and just kept going from there. So with my company pharmacy, I actually won a spot on the Royalty Circle in 2021, which is a list of their top sellers in the company. And with that, I've earned a trip to the Miami headquarters to tour that. So I'm super excited about that. The main
Yeah.
headquarters is in Turkey, but we have a US headquarters in Miami. But I consistently rank within the top 25 in my personal sales every month. So in the whole company.
That's amazing. Congratulations on
Thank you.
that.
Thank you so much.
So, what are some of the things that help you succeed in the area of sales?
So a lot of people ask me that, and it's really not one thing, it's not two things, it's not three things. I think that the way that I envision myself and my customers is really what has a lot to do with it. And what I mean by that is I like to treat my customers like I would want to be treated. So I like to go above and beyond with their expectations and make them feel special. So there's
Mhm.
lots of things that I do. I like to, not every time, but a lot of times I like to include a little something extra in their bag. Like I'll order extra samples or I'll order a pharmacy swag. Now it'll be empowered through beauty swag, most likely, or something that has to do with the beauty industry. A lot of times, like, it might be something that will help them use their product. So if they ordered eyeshadow, I might throw in an eyeshadow brush. Or if they ordered an eyeliner that needs to be sharpened, I'll throw in a little sharpener, stuff like that. I always give a handwritten thank you note with the order. I always follow up with my customers. I'll let them know when I've shipped it. I always ask them to let me know when they've received it. And if they don't let me know, I follow up with them to check. I don't want them to think that they're just a sale to me. So it's really about building the relationship and being someone that they can trust. So I think that that goes a long way with sales because like right now I'm trying to reach a really big goal this month, and I announced that, to my customers, to my network, and boom, 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 I start getting people who they want to help me reach that goal. But I think it's because we've built a relationship and they know me and they like me and they trust me. And that's super important in sales, I think.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Yeah, I think it sounds like you add a lot of, yeah, you just anticipate people's needs and try to think about like how to make them feel special
Right, I do.
and
I also keep a customer database, and what helps me with that is that I keep a list of what they buy. So when they need refills on something, most of the time people do not know what shade they need. So they're just like, I just need more foundation. So I can go to my customer
yeah.
database and say, okay, she is a VFX 03. And it also comes in handy when pharmacy is having sales. I can go through my customer database and find the item that's on sale and see which of my customers use that, and then message them and let them know about the promotion that's going on, because they usually are very happy that I've let them know and that I thought of them, and they thank me, for doing that. So I just like to put an extra personal touch on what I do with my customers.
Yeah, definitely. That's so smart to make like a spreadsheet that has all the information. So it sounds like you're a very organized person.
I am. And the reason I laugh is because I usually tell people it's a sickness. I'm so organized. And then in my last job, I was a project manager. And when I told some of my customers that I was leaving, that's one of the things that I heard over and over was that I made a really good project manager because I was really organized. And
Hmm.
yeah, so my mom will always tell the story too, that growing up, when I was a teenager, my closet was color coordinated, and my sock
Oh,
drawer, like all my socks, were arranged like by color. And I still
that's
color coordinate.
amazing.
I still color coordinate my closet, but I've been doing that since I was a teenager. And my dad was in the military and he was very organized. This is going to
Hmm.
date me a lot, but when back when I was a kid, we didn't have DVDs to watch a movie. It was on VHS, right?
Oh
And
yeah.
So my parents recorded a lot of movies onto VHS tapes, and we had like a library. We had tons, like hundreds. And so my dad had this little booklet, like a spiral booklet that had like the case numbered. And then under the number, it had the movies listed that were on that VHS tape. And so if you wanted to watch a certain movie, you could go find it. And then you would go to the library basically and find which one you wanted. And
Whoa.
I think he was very organized, like with his tools in the garage and his workshop and things like that. And I think I just saw that as a kid, and it just stuck with me, to be organized. But yeah, I think it definitely helps if you're going
Yeah.
to be an entrepreneur and own your own business. Work smart, not hard, and being organized definitely is going to help with that.
Yeah, that's something I definitely struggle with. So I'm always glad to learn new tips about organization.
Yeah, Pinterest is a really good site too if you want, ideas, or TikTok. Go to TikTok and type in organization hacks or something like that, and even specific to what room you want to do, or like a closet or drawer. So there's lots of resources out there that can give you ideas. Tackle one thing at a time. That's what I suggest. One room, one at a time,
Yeah.
one closet at a time. Like,
Okay. That's good.
because it
That's a
can be
good.
so overwhelming if you just like, I want to get my life
I know.
organized. You're like, where do I start?
Where Yeah, exactly. And so I know that you're on TikTok. So what do you offer on there? I know you have like makeup tips, and how
Mhm.
did you get started on TikTok, and what do you do there?
So that's a really good question, because about a year ago, about this time last year, someone in pharmacy, another beauty influencer, went viral on TikTok with a TikTok that she had made where she got sunburned. She didn't mean to get sunburned, but it was an accident, and she got a lot of
Yeah.
hate. She got a lot of hate for being sunburned, but she had gotten sunburned, and she used our CC cream to cover up her sunburn on her nose. And her TikTok video showed her wiping away the CC cream and exposing her sunburn, and it went viral. And so some of our top leaders shared her testimony about it, and she told us that she had gotten a TikTok coach, and I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Oh,
So I went on a popular Facebook group in our area and asked if there happened to be anyone in our area that was a TikTok coach, because I'm not very technically savvy. I'm 44 years old. I'm a Gen Xer. We didn't go to high school with computers and stuff, So
yeah.
most of what we know is self-taught, and I'm not very good at that. So I found somebody that was recommended on that post through Facebook, and I met with her once a week, I think, for maybe about 4 to 6 weeks, and I paid her in makeup. She wanted
There you
makeup
go.
instead of money.
Training services.
Mhm. And
I love it.
she taught me TikTok. I still don't know exactly how to do the fancy stuff like a transition. I can do a video and I can speed it up, and I can add text and I can add sound and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I do need to improve my skills. But so that's how I got into it. And we did a really cool TikTok where she and I, hopefully I won't get in trouble for saying this, we went to Ulta.
Oh
And
yeah.
we went to Ulta and we filmed where we went down the aisles, and I would say, look, they have CC cream here that's such and such brand. It's $40. And then I'd hold my hand up, and she would put the picture of pharmacy's CC cream. When I would hold my hand up, it would pop up, and I'd say, the
Oh yeah.
pharmacy's CC cream is only, $20. And so we went through and did like a
Yeah.
comparison with lots of different
Like a
products.
competitor's
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
video.
Yeah. So what I started doing with TikTok, and I haven't done a whole lot, that's in my business plan to expand and do more on TikTok in the near future. But what I've done so far in the past year is mainly quick little videos that show makeup tips and tricks. And in the past week, I actually just started doing some motivational or inspirational, positive vibe type TikToks. That's something that I've been doing on Facebook for a long time. Is usually every morning I post something motivational or inspirational.
Yeah, you're so good at that.
Thank you.
Every single day.
Most of the
Very
time,
consistent.
I'm very consistent, yes. But that most
Mm-hmm.
of the time that those are for me. Like it's really what I needed to hear today.
Oh,
It's
wow.
like me speaking in the mirror back to myself. But over the past however long I've been doing that, I do get a lot of messages from people who I didn't even know were impacted by it because they don't comment and they don't like or love it. But I'll get messages from people who say, I look forward to your inspirational posts every morning. Like it really helps me. Thank you. So that keeps
Yeah.
me going. And it just helps me to know that I'm helping other people with their mindset. So, I decided to start trying that with videos. Now that I'm going to have more time on my hands, doing this business full time, that's
Yeah.
that's something I've started doing and plan to continue to do. So my page, in a nutshell, to answer your question, for TikTok, by the way, my username is at Katie Brown Stephenson. Stevenson's
Okay.
with a PH instead of a V. Um, but it's mainly makeup tips and tricks along with some motivational, inspirational, positive thoughts type of videos as well.
That's really neat. Yeah. Yeah, no, I know the feeling about sometimes you post things and nobody reacts or does anything. That doesn't mean that they don't see it though. Like,
That's right.
I've seen a lot of your posts and I haven't necessarily
Yeah.
commented, but it's still been helpful. And I mean,
Yeah.
because I can relate to that. Sometimes I'll post stuff, nobody will say anything. But
Hmm.
yeah, I think a lot of social media is just consuming content and
Hmm.
then people,
Yeah.
yeah, it's hard
Um,
to gauge
you
what
never
people
know,
like.
you really never know who's watching you. I tell people on my team that all the time. If
Mhm,
they get discouraged when they first start off, because I remember feeling that way too. Like nobody would like my posts or whatever, but you have no idea who's watching you. And with lives also, so I do a lot of Facebook live makeup tutorials, and
mhm.
I get so many people who will message me and say, I need such and such products. And it's so funny because I'll smile to myself because an hour ago, like I'll have done a live, and those are the products I used, but they weren't commenting or interacting on my live. And then I've
Yeah.
I've met lots of people out in public where I've met them for the very first time, and they've never commented on anything or liked anything, and they'll say,
Mhm.
I've been watching your videos, stuff like that. And so that's really cool. Silent
That must
watchers.
be that must be like the weirdest feeling though to I think it's such an interesting phenomenon of just being perceived by all these people you don't know who they are.
Yeah. So I was at the wine cellar. I think this was the night that you and I were there. Um, and I went out on the back patio to get a table, and there was a lady sitting out there, and she goes, it must be weird to get noticed or something like that. And I looked at her and I was like, I don't know who this person is. I'm racking my brain, like trying to figure out, should I know who she is? So I just said it.
Yeah.
I just said it. I said, do I know you? Am I supposed to know your name? I'm so sorry. And she says, no, you don't, but I've been watching your lives on Facebook and I'm signed up for your
Oh
next
my
makeup
gosh.
class. And I was like, oh, okay. And she's like, yeah, you're like a celebrity. And I was like, no, I'm not a celebrity by no means, but that's really cool.
That's really neat though that you've been
Yeah.
able to reach a lot of people like that.
Yeah. I was
Do
at
you
a
think you'll
sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, no, go ahead.
I was
Sorry.
just gonna say, I was at a restaurant one time too, and a girl sat down next to me at the bar. My husband was sitting to my left, and there was a couple of open spots to my right. And a girl sat down, and she had a few friends with her, so they were needing more seats than what were there, but they were standing and sitting right there. And I looked at her, and she says, "You're the makeup girl, aren't you?" I was like, "Yes,
Wow.
yes, I am."
That's really neat. Yeah. Um, like with your makeup classes, so you do local makeup classes,
Mhm,
right? Have
mhm.
you ever considered, do you think you'll ever teach virtual classes, have anything like that or
Um, So if I had enough interest, I definitely would be open to it. So what I do have a beauty group on Facebook that's for customers. Once somebody becomes my customer, then I put them into the beauty group. And
Mm-hmm.
a while back, I did do this one thing where in a Facebook group, you can do a room and then you can invite people to that room. And so what I did was if you purchased the 3-in-1 face palette, I gave everybody like
Yeah.
a week to do that. And then once everybody got theirs in, then I scheduled a room and we went in there and we all did like they followed along with me. I called it like something makeup and wine something. So I was told everybody, bring your wine and oh, it was paint and sip.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know how they have the paint and sip parties,
Mm-hmm.
like where you go paint canvas and you drink wine. So I was playing off
Yeah.
of that and I was calling it paint and sip. And you drink your wine at home and you paint your face. And so it was with the 3-in-1. I should try doing that again because that was a long time ago. And yeah, you just gave me an idea to do that again. But
Oh, good. Yeah.
yeah, so I have done that before. So if you have people that purchase, all of the same products or like a bundle,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can do a room on Facebook or a group or something and do it all together. You can do that. That just reminded me too. I have some upcoming events. Do you mind if I talk about those?
Oh, yeah, please do.
Okay, so I'm going to be partnering with the owner of Hammer and Stain. Hammer and Stain is a local business that does workshops where you can make like different things, like you can make signs and things like that. So I have two workshops scheduled with her. The first one, I have the date on my calendar. I have to look. The first one is going to be a lipstick related workshop. So she has signs that have makeup phrases like put your lipstick on and get on with it or something like that. And
Yeah.
so for this particular class, you'll pay the fee and it will include a lipstick and then your workshop. And so you'll come to the class and then I'll have all the lipsticks that you can try on and find which color you want. And then you'll do your sign. And then while we're waiting for like paint to dry or stain to dry or something like that, I'll do a quick like 5-minute makeover on somebody. So that's one of the classes that we're doing. Let me look at my
That sounds so
calendar.
neat.
I can tell you when that's going to be. Whoops. I know she hasn't started promoting it yet, but we scheduled it for Tuesday, August the 23rd at 6:30.
Okay.
And then in September, Saturday the 24th at 1 o'clock, we're doing a teen class where I have a teen bundle. So it's BB cream, which is a tinted moisturizer, a very light coverage, a 3-in-1 face palette, which let me show you what that looks like.
Sure.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, you're good.
And then it has a mascara and a lip gloss. So that's the teen bundle. And this is the 3-in-1 face palette. So this is
Oh, those are nice colors.
a bronzer, highlighter, and blush. And you can also use it as eyeshadow, which I have the pink and the white on as eyeshadow today. So they'll get this and they'll get the BB cream, a lip gloss and a mascara. And we will do, her idea was to do like a mirror and decorate the mirror and maybe do something etched like with their name or something like that. So
Oh,
they'll
yeah.
get the bundle and they'll get the workshop, so anyway, that's two of my upcoming projects. And I have lots of other ideas in the works for future partnerships with local businesses too.
Yeah, that's so exciting. So what motivated you to go ahead and start your own business? What led to all of that?
I feel like I had taken my business as far as I could take it with working full time,
Mm-hmm.
and doing my business. I was running out of time to do the things I wanted to do to run my business. And I just felt like I'd taken it as far as I could go and I couldn't take it to the next level while working full time. So
Yeah.
by dedicating, all of my time to this business now, I'll have the time to work on those partnerships, with other businesses and things like that.
Yeah, that's really neat. You mentioned about how you got your makeup certification. What was involved in doing that?
So it was actually an online course because, again, it was during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
So they probably were not even offering classes anywhere during that time. But it was through a company online called New Skills Academy. And it's a work at your own pace type of course. I took my time with it and it took me about 6 weeks to do. So you would
Mm-hmm.
read through a course. And at the end of that course, they would have a video where the makeup artist would do that topic, on a model, and then you would take a test and then they'd tell you to practice. And so that's where, when I was doing free makeovers at the time, that's where that would come in handy. I would practice the technique that I learned and watched on a real person, and then I would move on to the next course. And so at the very end, you had a test that you had to pass, and that's what I did.
Well, that's really neat. Did you know a lot about how did you basically, I guess my question is, did you apply makeup before the pandemic? Did you know a lot about doing that, or is that just sort
No.
of skills that okay,
Yeah, no, I feel like
wow.
I didn't know a lot about makeup before I got involved with pharmacy. And
Mm-hmm.
when I first signed up to sell pharmacy, I was watching a lot of the beauty influencers that were already in the industry on Facebook doing their live tutorials. So I would watch them, and then I would YouTube a lot. I would watch a lot of YouTube videos, and then I just started practicing the looks. Like, I never knew how to highlight and contour. Um, I did not
Yeah.
know how to apply eyeshadow correctly, especially with hooded eyes. I have a slight hooded eye. A lot of people
Mm-hmm.
don't know that if you have a hooded eye, you have to bring your eyeshadow colors up high, so that you can still see the colors when you
Yeah.
open your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know about that. Um, yeah, there's a lot that I did not know that I learned through the makeup class and my own research on YouTube and lots of practice.
Yeah, and I remember you mentioning with pharmacy makeup products, there's products that are banned in the US, or not products,
Um,
ingredients from
yes,
makeup products, right? That are
yes,
banned in the US, but
yes. So
or
there,
sorry, banned in European countries,
right,
but
right.
not here. Sorry, I got that
Yeah,
flipped.
no, that's okay. Yeah, so it's a European company. And so in Europe, they actually ban over 1,300 cancer-causing chemicals in their makeup and skincare products, whereas the US only bans like 11. So they are a lot more strict over there. So
Hmm.
basically kind of like your FDA, approved
Yeah.
ingredients or products, you know. Yep.
So were you using other sounds like you did try some other makeup brands. I think you mentioned that a little earlier.
Yeah, so
How did that compare?
before I used pharmacy, I did
Hmm.
use a lot of the um, brands that are, like drugstore brands or even some department
Yeah.
store brands. And I found that the quality of the pharmacy products were so much better. The lightweightness of it, and not feeling or looking cakey, is one of the big ones. Um, my face, I feel like, has definitely improved. My skin, and I actually get told that by a lot of my customers after using pharmacy products, even if it's just like a foundation or a CC cream, not even the skincare, but they'll come back after using it and say my skin has improved. And I feel like that's a testament to the fact that they try to use naturally based products, and it's
Yeah.
not non-toxic. In fact, we have a lot of vegan formulas, like the VFX foundation is a vegan formula. We did have a
Okay.
vegan mascara, but I don't think we have the vegan mascara anymore. But they're all the time trying to improve the ingredients, to improve the quality of the products.
Yeah. I often find after I just wear, yeah, makeup in general that my face just breaks out even more and it gets worse. So like I
Yeah,
definitely need to eventually switch more over to pharmacy products. Probably that might help.
That and skincare. I don't know what you're doing for skincare, but we do have a lot of different skincare lines so that we have things that that target people's age groups and skin conditions. So there's definitely a couple different lines for aging. But we have a resurface skincare line that is for more mature ladies to help with like wrinkles. We have the age reverses skincare line, which they recommend that we start using at age 35. That also helps with wrinkles and the aging process. We have a calendula skincare line, and that's what made me think of you, is because it's for sensitive skin. So a lot of people with sensitive skin like the calendula skincare line because it has ingredients in it that help soothe and help calm your face down, help calm your skin down when they are irritated by something. But we also have for teenagers or people who have acne, we have 2 different skincare lines to combat acne. So if you have really oily skin and acne, we have the tea tree line, which is actually 20% off right now. And
oh, nice.
and then we also have the regular acne line. And we also have a Lumi Radiance line, which is great for brightening the skin tone, the luminosity in the skin. So for people who have had dark spots or sunspots from being in the sun too much, that's a great skincare line. So we have a lot of great skincare. And also another thing, if you're wearing makeup, it's important to clean your makeup brushes and makeup sponges. So if you're using a beauty blender to put on your foundation, you should be washing your brushes once a week. So what I do is I just use our tea tree soap, and I take the brush under running water and I run it through the tea tree soap and then against a silicone pad that has little silicone teeth under the water until, because it breaks up the makeup that's in the brush fibers. And I just keep doing that until I don't see any makeup coming out of the brush any longer. And then I stick it in like a cup, so upright overnight to dry. And then a beauty blender, a lot of people don't know how to clean a lot of people just throw them away and get new ones. But
that's what I do.
Yeah, so you can actually put it in a bowl, like a cereal bowl, in the microwave with water. So about halfway up the beauty blender in water, put it in the microwave for 30 seconds, and then take it out and run it under the kitchen sink with like Dawn dish soap or whatever dish soap you use, and just keep working it through the sponge until you don't see any more makeup coming out of it.
I didn't realize it was possible to get all the makeup out of there.
Yeah, because that is bacteria that's on your makeup brushes, and that can cause breakouts as well.
Yeah, no, I do try to clean my makeup brushes pretty frequently. But yeah, just eventually with the beauty blender, I was just tossing it. But how did you learn that trick about the microwave? That's really cool.
I think YouTube. Or TikTok. It was probably TikTok or YouTube.
There's so many tips on there.
Yeah. So I just started doing it and it worked. So now I just tell everybody else to do that.
Yeah. You mentioned contouring earlier. I feel so lost with contouring in general. I know that I've heard the tip. I think you've told me, and I think I heard somebody else say, do like the number 3, like across your face like that. But I think there's probably other tips out there. Do you want to talk about that at all?
Sure. Yeah. So the number 3, I think came about like around department store counters because it was an easy way to describe it. But if you have a brush and you're using like a powder, or if you have the contour stick, you can draw it on your face as well. I'm going to use a pen to demonstrate, but you would basically start at your forehead and then come down right above your ear and then down on your jawline and create like a number 3, and then blend it out. And then you can contour your nose to make your nose look slimmer. You can contour your chin to look more slim. So the contours create shadows on your face that are going to help features be smaller. So if you want your forehead to look smaller, you're going to contour more. If you the closer you put your contour lines on your nose, the smaller your nose looks. You sharpen your cheekbones by placing it here.
Wow.
Lots of different reasons to contour. And a lot of people think that the Kardashians invented contouring, but that's not the case. It's actually been around like for hundreds of years, thousands of years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I actually learned that in my makeup certification course. I can't remember exactly who it was, that like maybe the Romans or something like that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, that's so it's so interesting though, because it's like an optical illusion, right?
exactly.
Creating
Yeah.
the shadows
Yeah.
on the face and everything.
Because
Yeah.
then you do the opposite with highlight. So you place highlight in areas of your face where you want the light to bounce off. So you usually want to create light underneath your eyes, up
Okay.
here, right here, your nose, right above your Cupid's bow, because right here doing that actually helps give you a more full upper lip, and then right here on the chin.
Oh, that's
You can also do it right under your contour, to also more pronounce the cheek area.
okay. When you do like a full face of makeup, you do just everything that you could do. How long does that take you?
When I'm doing it on somebody else, a full makeover
Hmm.
takes about an hour. If I'm just doing my own face and I'm not doing a live makeup tutorial, I can do it in about 20-25 minutes. But when I'm doing a live makeup tutorial, I'm explaining what I'm doing and interacting with my
Yeah.
audience. So it does take almost an hour. But yeah, usually a makeover takes about an hour.
Okay. Yeah. Do you do, I think you mentioned that you do bridal makeup, stuff for proms, special events.
Yeah. Yeah. So special events, proms. I've done mother of the bride, and I've done people attending a wedding. I have not done a bride yet. I have a bride on my schedule in October. So that'll be my first actual bride. So I would love to expand into more bridal makeup. So I'm
Yeah.
actually looking to partner with some photographers in the area, that, could recommend me for those services.
Yeah, that's really exciting. What
Yeah.
kind of makeup looks have you done? I know you mentioned the multi-generational one you did recently. Like what was your favorite you've done so far?
What do you mean, like makeovers on other people?
Yeah, just like doing their makeup for them. What was one of your favorites that you can remember?
Um, well, I did four ladies in one day. They were all going to a wedding. They were all family, and they had come in from out of town. And one of my friends who's related to them contacted me, and I went to their hotel and did all four of the makeovers. And they all turned out really, really good, really nice. And they were just the nicest people, and they were all very pleased with their makeovers. And I think it was just a really good day. But I don't know, that might be my favorite, but I
Yeah.
love all of them actually.
Yeah. Yeah, so it'd be
I
hard to.
yeah, I really I love when I do a makeover on someone and they look in the mirror and they're beaming, because they're just like so happy with how they look, and they're just like, oh my God, I love, what you did here or whatever, just
Yeah.
I love that expression when they get to see at the end. I've had some really good before and afters, so
Yeah. So it sounds like you really enjoy to help women to feel more confident. And is that where your name kind of came from, or how did that go?
yeah, absolutely. So I definitely, when I was trying to choose a business name, I wanted something that reflected my journey, with coming out of depression, and how makeup made me feel good about myself and feel confident and empowered, ready to take on the world. That's what it did for me, and that's what I've seen it do for my customers. So it seemed fitting, to name my business, Empowered Through Beauty. Um, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just so awesome. Because that's probably so rewarding to
Yeah.
see that realization on someone's face. They look in the mirror, they feel so much better about themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So what do you say you have some business ideas coming down the pipeline? Do you want to share any of those, or are
Yeah,
those
sure.
like a surprise?
So the hammer and stain things that are coming up, I have been in talks with some local business owners about selling products in their hair salons, boutiques. I've reached out to some photographers and been talking with them about partnering up and offering photo sessions that include a makeup session as well. So those are
Mhm.
kind of some of the things. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Well,
there's
that's
other
so
stuff I can't
exciting.
think of off the top of my head right now, but there's a lot that I want to do.
Oh yeah, that's totally fine. Was there anything else you wanted to share or talk about before we wrapped up today?
Um, I don't, I don't know. I think we've covered everything. Um, I want people to know that I am more than makeup and that pharmacy is more than makeup. Pharmacy has skincare, men's line, home
Mhm.
care. We have products to help you clean your home that are good for
Oh,
the environment, and hair care. We have shampoos and conditioners. Um, body products like lotions and sunscreen. Some products that we've
mhm.
recently come out with have been dry shampoo and body sculpting gel, which is for people that have loose skin.
Okay.
That's been amazing. The results I've seen from that have been amazing. And we have health and wellness products too, like
Mhm.
collagen and supplements and things like that. So it's like a um, lifestyle brand.
Yeah, that's really neat. So you said you're not just makeup. Do you want to share anything else about yourself? Kind of, you know, what's other stuff about makeup that you might want to share?
That's not makeup. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I have ideas about future services that I want to offer that are beauty related but are not makeup. But I'll
Mhm.
kind of keep that to myself for right now, to be
Okay.
in case it doesn't work out or I take a different direction. But I'm definitely um, entertaining ideas on expanding other services in the beauty industry.
Well, that sounds really exciting. Well, I so appreciate all that you shared today, and I'll be sure to put your website and other links down in the description. So thank
Okay.
you so much.
Yeah, follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all the things.
All right. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie. Have a great day.